9. We've got you 3 different tasks to have a go at over the next 3 weeks, all a bit different, all focused on getting you to revise everything you've done on medicine this year. So I'm going to go through each one with you and explain it, and then obviously if you've got any more questions or problems you can just email us. First task then is the one that you can see on your screen now. So all of these tasks on here have a points value, and what we'd like you to try and do here is get a minimum of 10 points in total. How you get the 10 points is entirely up to you. So you have free choice of all the different tasks on the screen. So you could start off by some of the stuff we've been doing in lessons. So you could do a paragraph, try and make sure you stick to the peel paragraph wherever possible. So you point, evidence, explain and link. Extra little bit, you could go through and highlight it afterwards, show where those bits are, which you've been doing in lessons before. You could go to doing a leaflet or a newspaper, so a little bit more creative for the different topics on there. Or you could go back to a nice favourite and do a mind map with some images and some key words on there. Plus you've got a task, for example, for definitions if you're a little bit unsure about some of the key words. So 10 points minimum, any choice on here. If you've got another idea, look, there is an option here to say, if you want to do something different, give us an email. If we think it'll work, we'll let you do that and we'll tell you how many points it's worth. So that's your first option, okay, your point scoring. Your second option is the Medicine World Cup. So you've got all these groups down the left-hand side of the screen. All of these are things that you should know about. If you're not sure, you may need to look a few words up. So, for example, secularisation, that's basically the church being less important. But you need to maybe have a look at a few of these. You might want to do a few revision notes on them first. The idea is exactly like the World Cup works. It's like a knockout system. So each of these groups, you have to knock out 3 of them and choose one that you think had the biggest impact on progress in medicine. So which of each of these different coloured groups made the most progress in medicine or encouraged the most progress in medicine. You pick your winner and then you give me your reason why. And you do that, so you'll end up with 3 here, which then will go down to 1 in the next box. So again, you have to think about the 3 that you've chosen, and out of those 3, which is the most important in terms of progress in medicine over time. Give your final answer there, and then again a bit of an explanation, and you'll see if you do this at the bottom half as well, you've then ended up with 2, and you then have to make your final judgment. So your final judgment is basically, out of all of these, you'll come up with one thing that you think was the most important in terms of progress in medicine. Extra couple of little things you could do here as well. Categorise each of the different things down the left-hand side as medieval, Renaissance, industrial or modern medicine. So you're thinking about your time periods. And also categorise them into causes, treatment and prevention, because those are the 3 areas that we've looked at as we've gone through this. That's your second option. Okay, so again, doesn't matter what order you do these tasks in, but that's the second one we've set you. Final one, a little bit more straightforward. It's just a tell me 5 grid. You've got 2 of them. There are 2 slides for this. So you've got a list of ideas down the side, questions or topics to have a think about. And the idea is that you need to tell us up to 5 different things about each of those topics. So reasons the church was important in the Middle Ages, you might put because everybody went to church every week. It was the centre of their lives, okay? Things like that. So it's sort of note format. The idea is you're going to try and get 5 different bits of information for each one. The more specific, the better. Remember, SFD is really key here. If you can't do 5, don't worry, but that may mean that that's something you need to go back and have a little look at, see if you can then add to it. If you've got your book at home, which some of you have, you can do your 5 from memory. Then what I would suggest you do is you swap to a different colour pen or a different colour font. And then when you use your book to help you do the others, so that you can see yourself which areas you're stronger on and which ones you need to look at a little bit more. So those are your 3 tasks, okay? So you've got your points-based task, your World Cup task, and your Tell Me 5 task. Over the next 3 weeks, we'd like you to work through all of them, but it's up to you the order. Send them in when you've done them, or any questions that you've got if you are not sure about anything. And then hopefully, again, you'll feel like a really good revision task in terms of your knowledge of medicine has been completed. Any problems at all, just let us know, and good luck.